What is Fermi Paradox? Sandberg and Stuart Armstrong of the University of Oxford's Future of Humanity Institute, working with Milan Ćirković of the University of Novi Sad in Serbia and Montenegro, recently offered a new way to link the Fermi Paradox, the odd fact that we've never heard from an alien civilization, with matters of computation. While I'm in no position to judge the technical merits of their new proposal, it's good fun to think about. So I'd like to summarize it here. Before I do that though, let me first explain a bit more about what the Fermi Paradox is and what computing has to do with it. The Fermi Paradox is the contradiction between the very reasonable surmise that there must be other forms of technologically advanced life out there somewhere in our great galaxy and the complete lack of any evidence for it. Space is awfully big, so it might seem just too hard to detect some distant alien civilization. But if the evolution of life and intelligence isn't immensely improbable, lots of technologically advanced civilizations should have developed elsewhere in our Milky Way galaxy long ago. And although the galaxy is vast, the time that elapsed since its creation is even vaster. So those alien civilizations should have had plenty of time to reach our corner of space already. In the words supposedly uttered by Enrico Fermi when he came to this realization one day in 1950 while lunching with colleagues at Los Alamos National Laboratory, "Where is everybody?" The Fermi paradox is misnamed because Fermi was not the first person to consider this issue, nor did he formally analyze the question and explore answers. Others have done that since, but the paradox is far from resolved. There are plenty of intriguing theories though, and some of them hinge on computation. Perhaps the most outlandish one in this family is that the universe that we think we know is really just some sort of computer simulation. If the cosmic twins who are running this simulation wanted us to encounter intelligent life elsewhere, they'd arrange that. If they wanted human beings to be the only highly intelligent species there is, they'd leave us to strut and fret all alone in their simulated universe. Or maybe they had to buy the paid version of the game to get civilizations evolving on multiple planets, and they're running the free one intelligent race version. You might be surprised to learn that anyone takes this simulation hypothesis seriously, but some do. University of Oxford philosopher Nick Bostrom published a consideration of this hypothesis in 2003. Scientists debating the possibility have even proposed ways to test it. In 1999, Anders described another possible solution to the Fermi paradox involving computers. He noted that technologically advanced civilizations may not go gallivanting around the galaxy and instead might prefer to spend their time building giant computing machines of planetary scale, something others had earlier dubbed Jupiter brains. The late Robert Bradbury took this idea even further, proposing that advanced civilizations would construct what he called Matryoshka brains, essentially giant supercomputers that surround stars in a series of shells and use the energy of the central star to perform calculations, perhaps for the purpose of keeping the digitally preserved souls of their builders up and running in some post-singularity paradise. Or maybe they're doing something else with all those gigaflops. In any event, distant Matryoshka brains would be hard to detect. In 2006, Bradbury and Ćirković proposed yet another explanation that assumes advanced civilizations just want to compute. Like data centers today, those of advanced spacefaring civilizations would need to dump the waste heat of their computations. The late AI pioneer Marvin Minsky suggested in 1971 that advanced civilizations would likely use space itself as a heat sink for their computing. Bradbury and Ćirković refined Minsky's idea, pointing out that the best place to do this practically would be at the edge of the galaxy. So maybe that's where the little green men are hiding out. This brings us to the latest theory, that of Sandberg, Armstrong, and Ćirković, which is described in a paper titled "That is Not Dead, Which Can Eternal Lie: The Estivation Hypothesis for Resolving Fermi's Paradox." That title is more than a little cryptic, So let me try to unpack things here for those who don't want to read their paper.
Like and share this video, and for more news and updates subscribe to our YouTube channel.